Okay, right here. So basically the feeling, because you are a feeling player, you should have something that triggers your rotation. Yeah. You know, when you swing your best is when you can rotate. Through impact, you know how to shallow the club, you know how to control the club. Right. As long as you rotate, everything is good. Okay. A thing that Kelvin also taught you, we try to make it simple, thanks Kelvin, is this movement of the sacrum, the coccyx. Okay. So basically to create the space here for the elbow and have proper lateral bending, we need to move this coccyx, sacrum, away from the ball to create the space and away from the target to have rotation as well. So basically, we should move that way, back, separating from the ball, and as well moving the sacrum, pulling back away from the target.
Okay.
So now we create the space, we have the rotation. I think that's a great tip to if you have your swing blocked, you can go back.
Always go back to that
sacrum,
swing feel.
Move the sacrum back away from the target, away from the ball. That's gonna help you to rotate better through impact. And obviously, as you know, if you rotate better through impact with your body, you need less rotation with the hand. Cafe stability, more compression, more consistency, better shots.
Sweet. Let's hit a couple shots.
Yeah, why not?
I got an 8-iron here. We'll go back to what you're saying. So it's the feeling of this.
Yeah. Sacrum, back from the target, back from the ball.
Okay. A little thin, but nice and straight with a little draw. So when I feel like I rotate my best, and I'm sure you can agree with this, is that I play my best when I rotate my best and I hit like a draw basically every time. I obviously can hit a fade, but if I know I can swing very confidently and with a very specific feel that produces that draw, then I will play my best golf. So when I got through Q school, which was here at Cala last year, I was able to do that very well. Fabian helped me out, took a couple swings on video, and really instilled a lot of confidence in me. That helped me hit the ball as well as I did. So
yes, you know how to do it. You just need to go back to this feeling. Correct. Go back to this feeling.
Correct. So you always have to rehearse. So it's from this area, go back this way.
Sacrum, away from the ball, away from the target. We create a space. We rotate.
Okay. Yeah, my right foot slipped a little bit. That was really pure though.
Probably it's sleep because the weight was big just on the left. Try to keep the weight
more,
or not changing the weight so quickly.
Okay. Okay. So I was a little too this and then this.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's almost like feeling like maybe I should like wait on it a little bit before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know it.
Oh, how good is that, huh? Let's see if I can reproduce that same kind of feel of. Okay. Yeah. I imagine this will be even easier with the driver too, because the weight stays a little more neutral in the driver. So this means I'm going to be bombing it.
Yep.
Because I do find that if, especially when I'm swinging it poorly, or I can kind of see things when I'm filming, especially with the driver, is if my weight goes like this too much, I'll
And
stay
then you
this
try
way.
to recover that position.
Correct. And then you can kind of see it in the follow through how after you hit, it's kind of like a reach and your head goes back this way.
Yeah, you remember something that you work with Kelvin, you know, this feeling when you go on the downswing, you need to feel that the right hip is a bit higher than the left.
Definitely.
So that helps you to rotate, because when the right hip goes lower, then we tend to slide,
slide and throw.
Then you save the shot.
Yeah.
So that's something that can help you as well.
A
Feel on the downswing that your right hip is a bit higher while you're moving the sacrum away.
Honestly, that feeling of having it higher is so
because you have the sacrum best. It's related to that.
And then basically, I mean, you basically rotate automatically when your body is set in that kind of position. That one felt really good. I really felt like this almost squeezed, and it was perfect. I'm really excited to see that one.
I mean, obviously we are in a case that we have a student that is really easy to teach something, you know?
This is actually one of the main reasons why I even came here in the first place. Obviously, Cala is great. They've been nice enough to let me come out and play and film some videos. But I came here to see you because I knew that I was going to be able to kind of reincorporate the fields that were, like I told you, was my body kind of forgot, or replaced with some other fake way to rotate, you know? So this is good. I'm going to be here for the next couple of weeks. Plenty of videos to come. Let's hit a couple drivers, huh?
Yes, why not?
All right.
Yeah, I remember watching your videos with Kelvin.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember to study the changes Kelvin was doing with you. And yeah, it's easy now. As I know a bit your pattern, your old pattern, and how Kelvin did the fix, I know how to go back to refix again and give you a feeling. So
Perfect.
in case you struggle a bit, you need to go back to pop. Okay, that's the move, and suddenly your body will know you're.
Yeah, and this video is going to be good to go back to, especially when I'm traveling, you know, just to be able to see this.
So same exact feeling. I want this right hip almost to feel higher. Take a move back.
Sacrum moving away from the ball, away from the target.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Got a little bit of a glare on my camera, but it looks good.
Now you see a bit of lateral bend here.
Okay.
Now we should see how this pelvis is moving away.
Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
LPT, rotating, enough gap for this right elbow.
To move on there. Hitting up
Fully
on it.
rotate.
Yeah.
Fully rotate. Probably hit a bit on the heel.
Yeah, a little bit on the heel.
A bit on the heel.
Went a little bit to the left too.
Man, the rotation on the downswing is awesome. You have been always really good on the upper body, so nothing to work on the upper body.
Okay.
Good right lateral bend there. Nice elbow move. Club shallowing. A bit inside path because you like.
Yeah, I'm always
bit of a
inside.
draw.
Yeah.
That's good. As long as you rotate good.
Okay.
No problem, man.
So that's what I'm gonna be looking for. That you see this red line here on my transition or downswing. I want that to be moving away from that red line. So it's a good idea for all of you guys back at home who need to work on rotating is that kind of look right there.
Look,
Yep.
the way it's moving is down, it's not moving up.
Right.
So there is no early extension. And as well another thing, tush line. Look how this left hip is nearly touching this tush line.
Okay. So all right, let's get another swinging and take a look.
So we're going to try to work on that tush line to stay a little bit more, even more towards that red line there. So, I mean, I'm going to really do an extreme feel to do it.
On the downswing.
On the downswing, yes.
On the downswing.
I'm not backswinging and staying this way.
No.
Yeah.
On the downswing, what you need to feel that this sacrum is moving back to the tush line, while the sacrum is moving back away from the target line, so you feel that you are more rotated and have more space.
More space to do.
To put this elbow in front of the line.
It's kind of like when you see Tiger Woods in 2000, especially how good he was.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's winning the world, baby.
Okay. So that's my feeling. I'm gonna give this thing all I got to do it, and then we'll see what it works, and I'll incorporate those feels going forward.
Yeah.
Oh, mommy.
You know, even though,
That was
as
a
you
smash.
know, that was a smash, man. And as you know, the last shot was really good. The previous one that we took the first, you cut slightly
On the heel.
On the heel.
Yeah.
So as well, if you move your hips more to the touch line, obviously the contact will not be on the heel. It will be more centered as it was.
So that one is dead center. So when we take a look at that, that's going to be very interesting.
Probably.
That's going to be interesting to look at.
Look the difference.
Yeah.
Now, baby, now you're in touch line.
Look at that. Oh, it even gets past. That's so good. And then
Boom.
center.
Completely center.
Yeah. Wow. That's
completely
awesome.
center. Look now how the club face is moving completely square.
Yeah. Wow, is that cool?
That's your feeling, man.
Yeah, that's the feeling.
That's your feeling.
I will always rotate if I have that feeling.
Even though here you can see that this left leg is a bit more straight, so it means that this left hip is working better.
Right.
So more gap, as you see here on the same spot. Look how much gap you have.
Yeah.
For this elbow.
Compared to that,
this
yeah.
one was a bit smaller.
Right.
So we're looking
I wish
at
the
these
glare wasn't.
micro moves, and then if you see the whole picture, you can see the changes.
Yeah.
I have to give thanks to Kelvin Miyahira for teaching me all that, because before probably I was completely naive about these micro moves, and yeah, thanks to Kelvin, man.
Yeah. This is great.
Okay, for wedges, as you know, wedges are a bit different.
Yeah.
You know, we want to have different outcomes on the ball. With wedges, we want to control more the spin, create more friction. For driver, we want to reduce a bit the spin. We want more compression on the ball. Okay. So you need to work with the club a bit different. Okay. With the wedges, we're looking more to use the bounce, not coming to the speed. Have a really thin pivot.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need to control the radius of the swing.
Okay.
You know, let's say that I have a distance from my center to the club head. If I have this radius constant, then I will make more contact with the bounce than instead of, for example, extending this radius. So my first advice looking your wedge will be place the ball a bit more on the left.
On the left, okay.
It sounds counterintuitive, but the more you put the ball slightly on the left, it makes the angle of attack reduced.
Yeah. More shallow. Okay.
More shallow.
Okay. So the feel that we were working on with the driver and the irons and stuff like that, where the right hip were high. So is it still similar, or is
yes,
it?
you need to have a good engine. You need to have good body rotation. Okay. Because if you start rotating, you know what's going to happen.
And I think a lot of people, especially with wedges, they try to avoid too much rotation, right? So okay.
You need to rotate as well.
Rotate.
Set up the ball slightly on the left, and then you note that the bound is swiping instead of.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
That's pretty good. So like, by having the club a little bit farther forward, you can almost, to me, that feels like I can almost swing more aggressive, not down on it aggressive, but more like,
Exactly.
it's like a shallow.
Instead of creating the power going that way, that you move forward and then you smack down, you need to feel that you create the power of the shot going more that way, more through.
More like this.
Yes. More through. And then obviously, depending on the shot you want to create, you have the wrist condition different.
Yeah.
The more spin you want, you have inactive wrist that gives you the perfect download of the weight of the club.
So
like
almost like it's here, and then it goes.
Yeah, but you need to do it like passively.
You're right.
Passively.
But you can't force it.
No. If you force it, probably you're gonna end up scooping and you're gonna have a high ball.
Yeah.
But
which
no
is
with a lot of spin.
Yeah.
If probably this ball is gonna stop by angle of landing.
Okay.
Okay. So try to feel that your body rotates through, as we were doing on the full shot. Ball is slightly ahead, and then the wrist completely passive. Completely passive.
Okay.
So you're gonna make it clip on the ball.
Okay. Just like that? That was nice.
You see this ball flight was slightly lower.
Yeah.
And probably got more
a lot more spin, yeah. And that actually felt quite easy with the ball position a little farther forward, it felt a little more easy to kind of be more passive. Whereas if it's back, you have to force it.
You need to force
right?
it to catch.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you take a zone.
correct. So with it being a little more in front, and then obviously I'm rotating well, the right a little higher and stuff, it kind of lets it just go that way. You know, that actually reminds me of a lesson that actually we didn't end up posting, or Gabe didn't end up posting, that I had with Kelvin when I was struggling on like 70, 80-yard shots.
Yeah.
And that's almost exactly what Kelvin was telling me, the exact same thing. He had me put a little bit farther forward, and then he wanted to almost like try this feel like the passive feel.
Softening the
yeah,
hands.
softening the hands instead of, because I had so much handle drag. And so it kind of actually helped me produce a really nice shot where you kind of like here and then just let it go. Yeah. So this is good. Well, now I know I'm about to go on the golf course. I got some wedge matrix, I got the irons, I got the driver. Let's go, baby. Good man, thank you.
Good.
Very well.